Alright, let's see if I can get this going in one take here. About to hop on the old bike, the bicicleta. Get a little cardio session in this morning. This is like a bike from 1994, and it's got these cool foot straps on it to act as like where you clip in. You just have to put your foot in it, but I can't do it like seamlessly each time. Whatever. Anyways, good morning. Like I said, going for a little bike ride. It's like 7:45 right now. Somewhat cold, but it feels good. Nice, cool, crisp winter air, you know? I feel like we're somewhere in between winter and spring right now. It's like almost transitioning, but we have a cold front this morning, so a little bit more winter. I have some thoughts on my heart, on my mind this morning that I wanted to share with you all. At the time of making this video, I think I have like 935 subscribers on YouTube, something like that, maybe 934. And so, you know, my plan is to continue making YouTube videos for the foreseeable future. So hopefully at some point I reach 1,000, at which point I will release this video saying thank you to all of you. You know, just being honest, it has been a bit of a grind making YouTube videos and social media in general. But you know what? I've appreciated this grind, particularly on YouTube, because it's been slow and it's forced me to really put in some hard work, which is a good thing, you know? I don't think we should. I feel like you're like looking up at the sky. Hopefully, all right. Even if this doesn't turn out to be a good angle, just listen to the audio. Anytime the camera slips off of me, I'll like just put a beautiful picture or something like that. All right. It's definitely been a grind, but it's been a good grind. It's good to work hard at something. You know, if you're working hard at something, it probably means that that task is difficult, and you just interacting with it, doing it, it's just gonna make you a more capable person. And you'll learn some things, which is useful. But I also want to say to all 1,000 of you, thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here from the very, very beginning. Without you all, the first 1,000, the most important 1,000, you know, this literally wouldn't be possible. And that's how I want to view this relationship between you and I, as a two-way street. You know, it's not that I just want to make content to put out there. I want to make authentic, genuine content that I feel connects with you on some level, whatever level that may be. But I hope it is on a genuine level, because that's what I'm trying to be. I think that's what I care most about. It's being authentic and just having a positive relationship with other people, connecting through fitness and health and wealth. And I also wanted to say this. Number one, I had a question pop in my mind yesterday, and it was that, you know, if I reach the 1,000 mark, how many other YouTube channels have 1,000 subscribers? It's like 9%. 9% of YouTube channels, who knows how many YouTube channels there are, didn't Google that question, have 1,000 subscribers, which is a crazy number, you know, because in the grand scheme of things, compared to total amount of channels, it's not that much. However, I think our perception becomes a little skewed when we think in the grand scheme of things, particularly in numbers revolving around social media. There's 1,000 of you out there right now. 1,000 people, you know, and there's so many books that mention how we were like biologically developed or evolved to have like a maximum of like 150 close connections or something like that, right? And that being like the bandwidth through which we can operate and like maintain, you know, decent social relationships with each other. But here we are at 1,000 connections. And in the grand scheme of things, that being a small number, you know, compared to what it could be. But that number in and of itself, 1,000, that's massive. That's already a massive amount of relationships. And unfortunately, I don't know most of you. So I say all that to say, I want to try to be responsible with viewership and with your subscription, because you've chosen to be here. So I want to end with this. I promise to do my best to always put forth content that I think is going to help you, help me, help, you know, as cliche as it may sound, the world, in that, like, you know, those who view YouTube put out content that just helps to influence us in a positive direction. I hope to never be disingenuous. I think you're looking up at the map, looking up at the sky there. So I'm like getting into the zenith, the culminating message of this monologue. I hope to never be disingenuous in the notion that I'm creating content for the sake of viewership and like doing things for views and clicks. That's content that I never want to get into. I'm not interested in that, primarily because, you know, content that's designed for that kind of virality is generally, from what I've seen on social media, inflammatory, controversial. You know, there's a nature to it that I think we all can understand. That, like, since that's the principle of the content's going to be a certain way, and I never want to lose the authenticity in my content, so I promise to try to never do that. I was reading a little bit of Carl Rogers, one of my favorite authors. He's hanging on the wall in my office as a poster. I was reading him this morning to try to help guide this discussion, and on becoming a person, like chapter, I don't know, 6 or something. What can I do to create healthy relationships? He asks a series of questions towards the end of that chapter, and the 10th one is, can I accept this person as a person of becoming? And what he means is that I think we are all people of becoming, and that we're not finished products, and we never should be. And so for a greater, you know, representation of empathy and using empathy in practice, it helps to view other people in this light, a person of becoming, because none of us are perfect and we are all unfinished products. You know, he gives the example of, well, maybe it's an immature child or an unruly teenager, or, you know, someone who just got a new job and extremely stressed, or a new time father like myself. We're all inhabiting changing lives, and we're all trying to figure this thing out. So I think a little bit of empathy in our interactions is a good thing. And I mean that towards myself. Listen, I'm not an expert, or at least I don't claim to be, but I am going to share my opinion on the training process and other topics at times, who knows? And I want that to come off as what I'm experiencing. It's what I believe, it's where I'm at that point in my life. Maybe that will change, but I think that's important to share. I may not always be this person. I don't always want to be this person. You know, I want to continue to grow and develop. And I think that is a worthwhile journey that we can do together through this connection on social media. So I appreciate you all being here. Thank you for the 1,000 subscribers. Oh boy, I just got up a hill and I gotta change gears. Come on. Let's get up this hill. Okay. thank you for the 1,000 subscribers. Thank you all for being here. Promise to try to continue to do my best with creating content and making a content that we can all benefit from. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend. Have an even better week overall. Training is fun. Phew.